come up there and not me have to ask, but him offer, you know, to take me and critique my mount, go over it with me, kind of explain what's going on, stuff like that. I never did forget that. I always admired him, Chick, for that. And I've tried to, you know, kind of pass it on to others, you know. Kind of like the judging thing, you know, I've had some guys be awful good to me, and they ain't no money making in this stuff, you know, when you're judging or nothing, you know. How many cost you money to come do this stuff? You know, I could stay in the shop and get a lot more done, make a lot more money. But you have to stop and think about it. You know, somebody gave to you. You know, you got to give back. You got to give back. The big thing in competition is starting a story and ending with the same story. Anytime that you throw something in there, like just what we're talking about, relaxed, 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 unrelaxed, panic. Now you've thrown a whole different story into the mix, and it's not making sense. Okay? So you ain't found it on your reference pictures yet. You're just assuming that that's the way it's supposed to be because I paid $60 for that thing. Damn it, it ought to be right.
So are you remedying it?
Do I?
Are you fixing it?
Okay. There's two ways you can fix it. The first way I like to eliminate, what I want you to look at is the distance between the nostril opening and where the actual lip line is on these animals. All right? Like on this picture right here. Just kind of use this mannequin right here. You see how his nostril comes out? And then he's got a flat surface out here before it rolls into the lip line. Now you tell me in this picture, do you see any flat surface in there whatsoever? From the nostril to the lip line. No flat surface. Your elk, your mule deer, your whitetail, they all come right out of the nostril, a fold right into the lip line. Now, if that's the way they are, but yet you're dealing with a mannequin that gives you this flat surface out here, when you go to putting that skin over that, you've changed the distance. So what's going to happen is that you're going to end up, and you're going to see a lot of these on your score sheets. When you pick your score sheets up, you're going to see bottom of nose pad pulled high. This is what I'm talking about. You've actually had to use inner mouth material on your nose pad to cover that distance. Okay, here's your nose pad. Do you see where the septum starts on this thing? When I say the septum, I'm talking about where you can shine a light on one nostril opening and see it shining through the other nostril opening. You've got the nose pad here. The septum starts back here in the nostril opening, the back of it. It don't start up here in the front corner. This is still all flesh right in here. Elk the same way. Mule deer same way. Whitetails that way. Everybody, and even the artificial noses that you're buying, bring you right from the nose pad, right around. They run you right into a septum in the front of the nose, in a corner. So you take your skin, you think, well, it's got to be right. I paid $75 for this damn thing. You glue your skin to it, and all of a sudden you start getting ready to do your finish work, and you think, sheesh, manish, so you start doing sculptol in there, all game. You start trying to eliminate that corner. Well, what happens is, instead of having one corner, now you got two corners, because you've got to build up a sculptol that never ends in there. You see where I'm going with this thing? When all this stuff here should have been done from the very beginning. When you dremeled out your nose, just like we've started. When you're doing your lip lines, instead of dremeling them out and removing any foam from it at all, and use the foam as a tool also. Foam has a memory. So when I'm cutting a lip line, I'm using a tool that's got a knife edge on it, but it's chisel shaped. In other words, it's sharp on the end and then it chisels out. Okay? So when I cut that lip line, then the next time I shove that tool in there for another pass, it's widening that lip line open. But there's no material falling out of it. What it's doing is pressing the phone open. All right? Phone has a memory. It wants to come back. There's my locking tool. Okay, same way with the tear duct. Cut it open and then expand that foam open, get your skin in there, and then let the foam close back on. It'll help lock it in there. All right? Right here, you should not be able to see the car knuckle. You should barely be able to see the nictating membrane because this bony tip is hiding it. Because it's a hill. There's a hill in front of it. Okay? That's a good reference to use. If you're looking, because there's a lot of yous that got your nictating membranes way out on your eyes. So when I'm looking at the deer at the front of his nose and I'm looking up there, I'm still seeing a bunch of, you should barely be able to see that nictating membrane past that hill. Did I lose anybody on this hill thing? Y'all got it? Okay. Because this is how I set my eyes, just like this right. Once I find where the pupil is where I want it here, then this is where I want to do my adjusting as far as depth and stuff like that. The number one thing I'm looking for is how is this eye on the top half of it coinciding with this mannequin. All right? We all back years ago, you know, the big squabble about, you know, what's the angle, what's the cant, blah, 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 blah. You know, and everybody was writing stories, putting in the magazines and stuff. You remember this stuff, you know, both of you guys. You know, for the life of me, you know, which, you know, I'm just a freaking stupid, simple guy, you know. And I'm sitting there and I read the stories and I'm thinking, gee, Manny, how do you come up with an angle or a cant on a round ball? Huh? Don't make no sense to me, you know. But then you get to thinking, well, we're not working with a round ball. But yet we are, because we're trying to imitate a round ball. But we still have a flat surface here, you know. But this out here is still a round ball. Okay? So what's all the squabble about? The only thing you got to worry about is coinciding your upper eyelid with the top of your glass eye. Because if you set it in deep, your upper eyelid is going to be a 1/2 inch thick. If you set it too shallow, then you're going to be coming right off your forehead out around an eye. So you've got to find that flow. It's not really a straight line, but it's a nice flow. You don't want any corners or drip movement coming off that forehead onto that eye. You know, just a nice slow taper to it, okay? So that's what I'm looking for right there. So you don't have to worry about cant, angle, and all this other stuff. So when you are setting your glass eye, understand that this deer, antelope, whatever he is, needs to be able to see everything behind his head that his ears ain't blocking. So if you're looking at him from this distance right here and you're seeing foam out past your eye, that ain't gonna get it. That ain't gonna get it. Because there are some mannequins out there that want to force you into making a forward look. And then when you get done mounting that thing, you look at it and you think, well, something don't quite look right. That's what it is. He ain't a predator, he's prey.